I'm going to invite you to just ground yourself with whatever's beneath you and make yourself a little bit more comfortable. So, whatever that means, putting on or taking off a layer, adjusting the way you're sitting, or allowing some tension to release out of the body, slackening the jaw perhaps, or letting the shoulders drop. Letting the eyes be heavy, maybe letting them close if that feels good to you today. And then if you're having a lot of thoughts, reminding yourself that they can fade to the background. You can thank them for showing up and then say, you know what, I'm going to think about you later. Let them float down the river as if they're little leaves. You can watch the thoughts come in and leave, or as if they're clouds floating in the sky, and you can watch them come in and dissipate, change, move. We don't have to identify with the thoughts. We can focus on the body, on breath, and on this present moment, which truly is all we have, even though we like to spend a lot of time in our heads reliving the past or worrying about the future. What we really have is this moment, and this moment, and this moment. So I'll invite you to focus on the breath. It's a great object of attention. We can focus here and just notice the inhales. We don't have to change the breath at all. And we can just notice the exhales. We can notice the duration of the breath. Are the inhales the same length as the exhales? Is the breath coming quickly or slowly? And we can notice the depth of the breath. Again, there's no real need to change it. We're just observing. Is the breath deep and full? Is it more shallow and light? There's no one right or wrong way to breathe. Is the breath most comfortable through the nose or through the mouth today? And then are there parts of the body that move in conjunction with the breath? Perhaps the nostrils flare, or you might feel the rib cage expanding and contracting. Perhaps you feel the chest rise on the inhale and sink on the exhale. Maybe the breath has made it into the belly, and you can feel as the diaphragm engages and contracts and then relaxes as the belly rises and then sinks on the exhale. The breath is more complicated and also much simpler than perhaps we give it credit for, and we can look at it from many, many different angles. You might like to set an intention for your practice. For me, I'm going to follow my breath. We can state our intentions in present tense as if they have already happened. I follow my breath. I notice my breath. But if you have another intention that you like to work with, that you've been working with, or if a new one pops into your mind, feel free to work with that instead. You can repeat it out loud or to yourself. Let the universe help conspire to make it so. I'll invite you to join me in some 4-7-8 breathing. We'll inhale for a count of 4, and then hold the breath at the top for about 7 seconds. And then this long, slow exhale for a count of 8. And you can count as quickly or as slowly as feels good in your body. If the breath hold at the top feels too long, make it shorter. Count faster. There's no one right or wrong way to do this breath. The most important thing is that it feels comfortable in your body. But if you want to follow along with me, we'll inhale 2, 3, 4, and then hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhaling slowly, fully, deliberately, maybe experimenting, but breathing out the mouth or breathing out the nose, seeing what feels great in your body. And when you get to the end of the breath, inhaling for 4 again. And then holding for 7. And exhaling for a count of 8. Carrying on at your own pace for the next 2 minutes. And if that feels long, that's okay. We just come back and come back. You might lose track of the breath. Don't beat yourself up. Simply say, oh, I've lost track. Come back. Inhale for 4. And then hold. And then work on that nice, smooth, slow, deliberate exhale for 8. And I'll call you back in a couple minutes. Take your time. There's no rush. We'll do one more round of breath like this in your own time. Inhaling for 4. And holding the breath at the top for 7 or longer if you want to see what feels possible in your body today. And then when you get that air hunger, breathing out slowly, deliberately, making the longest, slowest exhale of your day so far. And when you're totally empty, when you've pulled that belly button towards the spine, when there's no more air to come out of the lungs, let the breathing return to what feels natural and normal in your body. Nice and slow and gentle in, nice and slow and gentle out. Make it the least amount of effort possible. Maybe coming back to those descriptors. How long is the breath? How deep or shallow is the breath? It could be the same or it could be different. Notice that, not with any judgment, but simply acknowledging, the same, or something new. And then what parts of your body are moving with the inhale? What parts of the body are settling with the exhale? And perhaps you come back to that intention, I follow my breath, or another intention if you set something different. Thank it for showing up for you today. And then feel into what's beneath you, what your feet are touching, what your hips are touching, what part of your body is touching the earth beneath you. Make yourself feel a little heavier. And then decide what part of the body would like to move first. And then move it with deliberation. Perhaps it's the fingertips or the jaw, maybe the shoulders or the hips. And then wake yourself up from this relative stillness so that you come back into the day mindfully. Maybe taking one more deep breath in and sighing it out. And if your eyes are closed, you can open your eyes. Thanks for practicing with me today.